Hello, welcome to El Paso Independent School District's Focus on the Arts. I'm Gail Monago, the facilitator for the Fine Arts Office, and I'm here to share all about the exciting events in visual arts, dance, music, and theater arts. We recently had the UIL one-act play zone competitions, and I'd like to extend my congratulations to Austin, Bowie, Burgess, and Chapin High School, our 4A schools who advanced from zone to district. And finally in 5A, we had Franklin High School also advance. We wish them the best. In a previous show, we also discussed a little bit about the annual EPISD Dance Festival held at Bowie High School. 7 schools participated: Andress, Austin, Bowie, Chapin, El Paso High, Franklin, and Irvin. And they gave us wonderful presentations on jazz, ballet folklorico, tap, clogging, hip hop, and many more. So today I'd like to share with you Andress High School's ballet folklorico performing La Negra. Let's watch. That was wonderful, and I thank you all for doing that dance. And in case you've not met our wonderful teacher from Andress High School, this is Josie Mitchell. Welcome.
Thank you.
And we also have Alondra and Cecilia here as well. Yay, thank you both. It was a wonderful presentation.
Thank you.
Ms. Mitchell, can you tell me a little bit about Andress High School, your whole program? What's it like? What do you have involved there?
Sure. I'm really excited that over the past 3 years that I've been there, I've really tried to grow and expand all the different things that are offered to the students, or that I'm trying to offer to the students. So we do have our folklorico group. Ballet Folklorico del Noreste is the name that we go by. And then I also have another performing group called Orchesis, and they perform basically modern, jazz, and hip hop. They go to local dance competitions and festivals, just like the EPIC Dance Festival, and perform in the recital and at pep rallies and games.
That's wonderful. And are any of the students allowed to enlist or enroll, participate in your?
Absolutely. There's
Okay.
no prerequisite, really. There is an audition for orchesis. Usually I take somewhere between 20 and 30 dancers for that group. And right now we're still trying to build our folklorico group, so we're really looking for anyone who's interested in that group as well.
Great. And Alondra, earlier when I was speaking with you, you told me that you have been performing ballet folklorico for a while. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yes, my mom, she used to be an instructor. I started dance. She's made me start dance. Well, not make me, but you know, she started teaching me, and I got into it when I was 4.
Oh.
So I've been dancing since I was 4. She used to be my instructor for a while too. We danced at Anaki Academy. I've been dancing ever since then. It's kind of a tradition. Now I dance with Ballet Folklorico Quetzales. My mom dances with that group too, so it's nice. And now I'm with Andress. I started dancing with Andress this year, my sophomore year.
That's wonderful. And do you get to share some of what you have learned through the years with the Andress Ballet
Yes, I do.
Folklorico?
Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. And Cecilia, you also told me earlier that you perform in not only just this Ballet Folklorico del Noreste. What else do you do? Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I was enrolled in a group of Duranguense, and we would go perform in quinceañeras or weddings.
Okay.
And then last year I started doing ballet folklorico.
That's wonderful. So as I look at your outfits, I also noticed that you have bows and ribbons in your hair. Can you tell me about that? Is there a specific reason for the styles?
Honestly, I really don't know. I don't know about that, but it just usually the bows match with the dresses, whatever color your dress is.
Oh, great. That's great. And then the dances, that the first one you just did from La Negra, where is that from? Because I understand there's many states that have these type of dances. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. That first dance is from the state of Jalisco, and each state has a particular style that is connected to the people of that region. So a lot of the time the dances will have to do with whatever profession those people have. So if it's in the northern states, there's more ranchers, more of the dances are geared in that way, and then maybe the state of Veracruz, it's near the ocean, and there's dances about fishing and things like that.
Oh, that's wonderful. And Alondra, do you have a preference of the style of dance?
It's very joyful. You have to have a lot of energy. It's very happy. I think it gets the people happy. It makes gives you these little butterflies inside, and makes you want to get up and dance.
That's great. And Ceci, you told me that you also don't just do ballet folklorico. Tell me, what was the other types of dance that you do?
Duranguense.
And what is that?
It's like more movement with the arms and legs, and you wear long boots.
Oh, and not these costumes at all. It's nothing like that. Okay, that's great. Well, we're going to see some demonstrations of the zapateados. Is that right? Explain that a little bit to me again.
Sure. Zapateado, you're doing a great job with pronouncing it. It's a traditional step that you're going to see in lots of different regions from the different dances in Mexico and also in Spain. Spain brought some influences into Mexico, obviously, and so there's that connection, but each region does it maybe in a little bit different way.
Okay. And we also are going to see some of the skirt work. So tell me a little bit more about that, Alondra.
The skirt work, you have to have your arms really high. It usually goes with the beat or the rhythm of what your footwork is doing.
Okay.
That's basically it.
It's a workout. And how often do you all practice when to make sure that the dances really are even and together and so on? Tell me a little bit, Ceci.
We practice on B days in the morning, but usually you practice every day by yourself. Make sure you got stuff right.
Oh, that's great. Okay, and I do know that you're going to perform another dance in a little bit. But for now, let's see a little bit about those demonstrations of the zapateados and the skirt work. That was really delightful. Josie, show us or have the girls demonstrate a few of the steps. I know one of them's called the zapateado.
Zapateado.
And then the others, there's some skirt work. Can we see a little demonstration of that?
Sure, I'm going to have the dancers demonstrate the zapateado step from the state of Jalisco. It's a step that you're going to see repeated again in other regions, but it changes a little bit depending on what kind of sound you want to get out of the shoes, what kind of sounds you want to make. So Alondra's going to start off, and then the rest of the dancers are going to join in with their zapateado step.
Okay.
Thank you, dancers.
That's great. So a little bit of that step starts with the heel and the toe. Is that correct, what I was seeing?
Very close. It's a flat step with the foot. Ladies, can you do that? Just the flat. And then the next step is with the heel of the shoe, and then flat on that first foot again. And then they do it on the other side, the exact same.
And that's just repeated for whatever the pattern needs to be.
Right, that triplet sound.
That's great. And then, because their costumes are so colorful as well, they also have some skirt work. We call it skirt work. Can we see a little demonstration of that?
Sure, and the skirt work, I guess traditionally would be called the faldeo, the movement of the skirt.
Okay.
Okay. So dancers, why don't you just do the movement that you would do with your zapateado, where you move your arms forward and back. Okay.
That's great, and it gives us a chance to see all those wonderful colors. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Josie, thank you so much for being here. You know, what's really exciting is the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills. Our dance teaks talk about history and culture, and it's really nice to hear this about the ballet folklorico. And you were telling me earlier a really neat story about the variety of the different states' dances. You can tell me that really neat story about the fishermen?
Sure, I'd love to. With the different regions, I had mentioned earlier, one of them was Veracruz. And that's one that people in El Paso will recognize right away. You see the women in the white dresses with the lace. It's very graceful and beautiful. And there's a dance that they may have seen before where the women place a candle and they balance it on the top of their head. And if you listen to the lyrics of the song, it's talking about La Bruja, that's the name of that dance. And basically, La Bruja represents the temptations that the men might be facing away on the ships while out fishing and fighting the waves and, you know, traveling from place to place. And the women in the dance are representing that guiding light, bringing them back home. So if you could imagine them being placed on the dock, lighting the way, lighting the path, as they're coming in from a late night, job, working. So it's really neat. And just to add to what you were mentioning about the teaks, I think we're really privileged here in El Paso to be so close to the border and have that influence from Mexico. So it's near and dear to everyone here. Everyone has seen folklorico, they love it, the kids get excited about it, and they have a personal connection to that history that we're trying to teach. And I think that anytime you can make that personal connection, then it sticks with you and it's more meaningful, it has more purpose, and that dancing is a beautiful way to express one's culture and connection to their history and their family, and this region too. It's a part of El Paso.
That's great. And so your dancers are going to perform one final number for us. Tell me the title of that.
Sure. The title of that dance is El Toro Rabón. It's a dance from the state of Guerrero, and you will see some of the movements that they do are imitating the movements of a bullfighter. So if we had a gentleman with us today, he would be the bull passing through the women, and they have a handkerchief, or in Spanish a pañuelo, that they're moving. So in contrast to the skirt work from the dances of Jalisco, they have some movements with their hands, and they're kind of pulling that handkerchief out of the way, tempting the bull. And as you know, that's another part of the Mexican culture and the Spanish culture that we see here in the region.
That's wonderful. Well, let's take a look at this dance. That was wonderful. That was the Bowie High School Dance Ensemble, and they were performing a piece called Clogging, actually. So I'd like to welcome Elizabeth, Miriam, Jennifer, and Ashley. Thank you very much for being here. All of you are seniors, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. And you've all been participating in the dance ensemble for 4 years now, correct?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, that's wonderful. And I also understand you're going to be going to UTEP and majoring in nursing.
Radiology.
Engineering.
Physical therapy.
Oh, fantastic. I wish you all the best. So I'd like a little more information about clogging. Jennifer, can you tell me about that?
Well, it was originated in Germany. It usually comes from the Appalachian Mountains. And the shoes are usually very heavy. They have a second tap.
Is a tap,
Tap.
a
Yes.
little, okay.
Tap.
In the heel or the,
No, in the front of the shoe.
okay, that's great. And so how many hours, Miriam, can you tell me, how many hours do you all practice?
We practice 2 hours after school every Tuesday and every Thursday.
Oh, great. And Elizabeth, are you all in the same class together, or is it only the after school?
We're all in the same class together.
So that's good. So you have a little bit of class time, but that's not all you do. You're not just learning clogging. So what other dances do you learn?
We also do tap, ethnic, modern, jazz,
Fantastic.
lyrical.
That's wonderful. And Ashley, what's your favorite?
I like to dance lyrical.
Oh, you
Yeah.
do, you do, and the modern dance and everything.
Yes.
That's really great. In fact, we're going to have another piece in just a little bit. It's a modern piece, and since you all are seniors, that was part of the Texas Essential Knowledge and Skills requirements that you get to do some of the choreography. Did you all get to participate in that?
Yes, we all participated in it.
Oh, that's great. So you did some, we're going to see some gymnastics because you have to do a back bend. Yes? Oh, is that difficult to learn?
A little.
A little bit. And I really like the idea that you have your male partners that help assist. They do the lifts and everything.
Yes.
How many young men are in your group?
Four.
Yeah,
There are four.
We have 4
and so-
seniors and 1 sophomore.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, this clogging piece, did you take that to the workshop? You attended a workshop recently, did you?
Yes, we attended one to NMSU.
One to NMSU.
Yes.
Okay. And then the modern piece, tell me a little bit about that, Ashley.
Well, the modern piece, Miss Souffle, she gave us a picture
Okay.
from a dance magazine.
Oh,
It was a pose, and we have to come up with the steps, and at the end, make that pose. And we all, like the whole group, contributed to making a pose, and at the end, we all blended it together into a big scene.
and the music for the clogging as well. It's really important that you're hearing the beat, right? So do you practice? Do you emphasize one more than the other? What are you listening for? Jennifer? Just the downbeat at the beginning. Does the pattern change a whole lot, and does that make your feet change with the pattern?
A little.
A little, just a little. It depends.
On the type of music.
And just tell me a little bit about working with the male partner. What do you have to focus on when you're working with them? Can you tell me a little, Miriam?
And being together.
On
Staying
being
together.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I want to thank all of you for being here, and we certainly want to go to our final selection. It is a modern dance piece. If you have any other questions about what's happening in our District Fine Arts programs, please call the El Paso District Fine Arts Office, 760-8520, or you can always contact the schools and find out what's happening in their programs as well. Enjoy, and let's watch this final modern dance piece. Thank you.
Thank